Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to American Reacts. We're looking at 10 unusual things you can find only in Australia. And what's there to say? This sounds like it would be pretty interesting. Who doesn't love learning about something unusual and unique to somewhere like Australia? This is from The Supreme, so make sure to check them out in the description down below. It will be linked there, of course. Here we go, guys. Let's get right to it.
Hot pink slug. Usually, slugs would gross me out a bit, but I'm feeling some serious respect for this hot pink slime ball. Sometimes you have to really look to see a slug, but this fuchsia fella is loud and proud. The first moment that I saw
that is legit hot pink, I gotta admit. Look at that, like, it's such a weird substance. Oh, look at that bug right there, by the way. But they're so shiny looking and just, ugh, right? But it does look better in hot pink, I'll admit that. It doesn't look so gross. It looks like actually like, oh, that's kind of cool. Still wouldn't want it crawling on me.
This slug, I had to double check that it was real and not photoshopped. But it turns out that it's legit, and I found footage of them doing their thing. It turns out that these pink slugs are pretty big at an average of 8 inches apiece.
Wow.
Their official name is Triboniophorus aphgraphi.
Look at that
That's a pretty hard name to remember. The slugs live exclusively on Mount Capodor and can thank their unique rainforest environment for their existence. The rest of Australia is a desert. How?
So they have to be up in Queensland then. And look at how bright color they are around their environment. They stand out like a sore thumb. That's crazy.
How do they avoid predators when they're so easy to spot?
Right.
It seems that they love crawling along beds of eucalyptus and actually blend into the flora and fauna of their habitat.
That's very interesting.
The Pink Lake. From
I've
pink
heard of this
slugs
one.
To an incredible pink lake, Australia has all the good stuff. Lake Hillier is a saline lake on an island off the coast of Western Australia. The lake is an obvious area of natural beauty and is divided from the glistening ocean by a thin strip of sand.
That's so crazy how it has that divider right there, the sand. You can walk right out onto it, basically. I think it's crazy. The first two were pink. The first two things we're looking at, the unusual things, were pink, which is kind of cool because pink isn't a color. Pink, you know, big pink lakes and pink slugs, right? That's such a vivid color that you just don't think of seeing a lot out in nature. It's pretty cool, actually.
The lake was first noted by expeditioner Matthew Flinders in 1802.
Looks like Kool-Aid.
Who wrote in his journal that he had found a rose-colored lake. The reason the lake is pink is because of its high...
Look at that contrast between the regular blue water and the pink. Holy crap, that's awesome.
Wrote in his journal that he had found a rose-colored lake. The reason the lake is pink is because of its high salt level, a salt-loving algae, and a pinkish bacteria.
Wow.
The island the lake is on is pretty hard to access, but some people have managed to visit the lake and shoot footage of their experience.
That's crazy.
It looks like something from a dreamland.
Yeah. Now, the real question, do people swim in that? Is it safe to swim in? Would you even want to swim in that? That's the real question. Tell me in the comments.
Melting jellyfish.
Oh, geez.
Lake Hillier might have looked like a dream, but some of the jellyfish there have been washing up and melting on Australia's shores, and they look like something from a genuine nightmare.
Oh,
I found this image of what looks like two people touching a milky puddle on a beach. It turns out that it was a 5-foot flat jellyfish found on a beach near Hobart in Tasmania.
Oh, wow.
This photo was taken by Josie Lim in 2014 on a beach stroll. What would you do if you saw this?
That's sad.
Why is that kid touching it?
Yeah.
When I see...
I mean, first of all, it doesn't look... you might not think that's an animal, first of all, or a jellyfish. Like, it's just some weird foreign substance that looks kind of gross. My first inclination would not be to touch it.
Creepy things. I don't touch them. Further to that creepy jellyfish puddle, news broke in February 2020 that jellyfish had started melting on beaches in North Queensland.
What the heck?
Apparently, this is a normal part of their life cycle, and this is where they come to decay. Local wildlife expert Dr. Pyle has nicknamed them moon jellies because of their size and color. Okay, enough jellyfish. They make my skin crawl.
Oh. That's a weird one. That's unusual.
Vegemite Latte. Australia might be a land of weird and unusual wildlife and geology.
I gotta do more with Vegemite, man. I really do. You guys know, if you're veterans of the channel here, you know that this American does like Vegemite. I do like Vegemite. I've been slacking on it lately, but I need to start incorporating it more again. I was for months on end having it like every other day. It's the bomb because, yeah, I still got some. So anyway, I think it's crazy the products I've seen, though, because they have like Vegemite flavored stuff, you know, like chips and crackers and all these different things. And then also, I think it was a few months ago, didn't they have a Domino's pizza or something? Some pizza chain had a Vegemite edition, which I think would be hilarious. I definitely can't order that here in the U.S.
But Australians themselves are quirky too. Have you guys ever heard of Vegemite? It's like British Marmite, but Australian, and they love it. If you haven't heard of either of these things, basically it's like a thick brown spread made from yeast. It is hard to explain the Australian love of Vegemite to most people, especially in the United States, but trust me, it's more than a food.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
too
culture.
much.
I can understand using it as a spread for sandwiches and grilled cheeses
That's
and
way
that
too
kind of
much.
stuff, but did you know that in Australia, you can now order Vegemite lattes? What is going on? A hot, frothy, savory yeast drink. I'm not sold, and neither was this American taste tester. Check out what he had to say.
A Vegemite latte sounds pretty weird, not gonna lie. I'm not sure I dig that.
Gotta be honest, I had pretty low expectations from a Vegemite latte, and they were exactly correct. They were terribly low.
The devil. It turns out that the devil lives in Australia. The Tasmanian devil, that is.
Yeah.
You might know the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
where the character is a literal tornado of destruction. In reality, the only thing the cartoon and the real animals native to Australia share is a huge appetite. Actual Tasmanian devils used to be native to the mainland of Australia, but now only live on the island state of Tasmania.
I didn't know that.
Which also, by the way, makes excellent cheese. They aren't that big, usually roughly around the size of a small dog. They're pretty loud though. Here's a clip of one screaming.
Ooh, here we go.
You might want to cover your ears. A little bonus for you. There's another unusual devil stalking
Holy
the land
smokes.
in Australia.
That's that desert
Get a load
thing.
of the thorny devil, a
Yeah.
spiked and maybe kinda evil looking lizard.
That is
Australia,
weird.
what a strange place for wildlife.
Dude, that is literally like a freaking dinosaur. Look at that thing. Whoa, that is so wicked. I've seen that in books. I've gotten in mail time, but seeing it on video is pretty interesting, right? I mean, look at that. It's just bizarre. Australia never,
Cork Hat.
ever ceases to amaze me when it comes to animals.
Each country has their own fashion quirks,
Look at all the flies, by the way. Poor guy. Oh my God.
bizarre items of clothing that are synonymous with culture. In Australia, that strange piece of clothing is the Cork Hat. Bottle corks are strung
Yeah.
around a wide brim hat to create
I
an
got one of
unusual
those.
looking headpiece. These hats were worn in the fly-infested Australian outback by jackaroos, or farmers, and swagmen, aka traveling laborers. I love Australian words for stuff. The purpose of this strange hat was to keep away flies and protect the wearer's eyes from the blinding Aussie sun. These days, they are an internationally recognized school of Australia.
Oh yeah.
Here is a clip of an Australian woman who was very happy about her hat. Southern Cassowary.
Oh geez.
I've said it before in this video, and I'll say it again. Australia is kinda crazy when it comes to wildlife. Meet the cassowary, basically a living dinosaur.
Yeah.
Their ancestors date back 5 million years. This prehistoric ostrich-looking bird is only found in rainforest in North Australia. This terror
around
bird is
Queensland,
listed
right?
in the Guinness World Records book as being the most dangerous bird in the world.
Easily.
Why is that? They're
Oh,
big and they will
yikes.
attack. They've
Dude, that is way too close. Holy crap, you see the thing charging? Would
Also
not
been
want to
known
be
to
this
kill
person
humans.
behind the camera.
Cassowaries are bigger than the average person. They measure over 6 feet and weigh up to 200 pounds. They also have a sharp beak and claws. They have strange-looking helmets, which are pretty freaky too. If I saw one of these running towards me, I'd run away.
Yeah.
Bonus point, you need to see a cassowary egg. they don't look real.
Whoa. Those are pretty neat.
Shoei.
Gotta admit.
Okay, at this point, Australia.
Okay, yeah. I can't wait to hear about this one because Shoei, man, what is with the Shoei? That's pretty weird, okay?
Okay, at this point, Australia, we kind of need to talk.
Yeah.
Why are you drinking from used shoes?
Yeah, that's
in Australia.
That's one part of Aussie culture I'm not on board with. That shit's gross.
You may well find people doing shoeies. This means pouring alcohol into a shoe, chugging it, then putting the wet shoe back on. Sometimes people drink from other people's shoes and then make them wear the wet boot. It's a thing. Harry Styles refused to do one, but Post Malone did a shoey on stage on his recent tour to please a crowd in Sydney.
That's hilarious.
There's a whole song that accompanies doing a shoey, but it's kind of rude, so I'm not gonna sing it for you.
Oh, nice.
Platypus.
Yeah, please tell me in the comments about the shoey a little more. Why the hell's that a thing? Come on now.
Have you ever seen a weirder creature than a platypus? I really don't think that you...
Oh, they're not weird. They're pretty cute. I think the platypus is pretty fascinating. I mean, look at it. Come on, right? The webbed feet, the little furry body, and the face
than a platypus.
And the beak.
I really don't think that you have. Is it a duck? Is it an otter? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. Most of us will never have seen a platypus. They only live to the east of Australia. They are semi-aquatic mammals and the only mammal known to lay eggs, which already makes them pretty special. When Europeans first saw a platypus body, they thought it was a fake of several animals sewn together. They may look cute, but did you know that the males of the species are venomous? They have spurs on their ankles that can be used to inject a very painful poison.
Oh my God.
An extra fact about this unusual animal for you, apparently their eyes work like fish eyes.
Yeah, those are really bizarre, aren't they? They're a very bizarre animal. And look at this. Oh my God.
Uluru.
Uluru
is a mystical rock in the middle of the Australian outback. The unusual rock formation has a distinctive red color and is sacred to the local indigenous Anangu people.
Spectacular.
The Anangu find the rock spiritually significant and have been devastated by the tourist interest in the sandstone monoliths. They consider climbing the rock deeply disrespectful. They are ancient and urban legends associated with Uluru, and it's said that removing any rocks from the mound will bring about bad luck.
Yeah,
this superstition has proved enduring. And
I wouldn't remove anything from that. That is a very bizarre and fascinating structure, rock formation, whatever you want to call it, monolith, right? Because it just is. I mean, look at it. It's really crazy. It's really cool looking. But yeah, I would respect that, man. You don't want to mess with that.
Moving any rocks from the mound will bring about bad luck. This superstition has proved enduring, and tourists have been known to mail back rocks to the outback after being struck with misfortune after taking home mementos from their trip.
I bet.
In October 2019, the Australian government finally banned people from climbing the rock. It can now be admired from the base or during aerial tours. Wow.
What did you think of that? Please let me know down below. Those were 10 unusual things you can only find in Australia. Some of them were really cool. Others were a little bit predictable. You know, like Uluru and the platypus and stuff like that. Tasmanian devil I already knew about. So those didn't strike me as too crazy. But I suppose maybe, you know, some people would know about those. But nonetheless, that was pretty interesting. I turn this to you. So in the comments, if you didn't already answer one of my questions I posed during the video, just tell me down below what unusual things you can think of that you think you can only find in Australia. Let's hear about it. With that being said, guys, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, throw a like on there, and it will help this video out. I do appreciate it. Of course, you can subscribe for more stuff like this. Check out the description for this original video from The Supreme, and of course, other ways you can support my channel. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you later.